shift. Jingles on my right. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. Getting ready for the graveyard shift here in the Wargaming League Grand Finals.
It's been great. You had a lot of fun with Cookie Baby, I see, in the last few games.
But now it's time to get out the slippers and get out the pipe and relax.
Relax.
And watch the evening games.
These games, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more casual, maybe. You get dial back the casual meter. Tomorrow we'll go serious hardcore. I mean, it's the finals tomorrow. It's quarterfinals, semi-finals. But tonight, the group stage, we're going to relax just a little bit as you guys ease into this esports with us, as this is the community stream after all. Right, so let's have a look at how Group D has shaped up for the day. We're getting close to the end of the group stage, the round-robin phase, so a lot of the games have already been played, but everything's up in the air here as Virtus.Pro did lose to Santa Claus's Reindeers earlier today. Tell me about that match, please.
It was a hell of an upset. I mean, Virtus.Pro's, the record that they have in this championship is almost second to none.
Yeah.
In the last 5 seasons, they finished either first or second in every single year other than one where they finished third. And then, I mean, Santa Claus came out of nowhere and just took them to school.
Came out from Lapland and just schooled them.
That's right, yeah.
It was magic, hacks magic, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
The Christmas spell.
Santa's little helpers were taking no prisoners.
Can they repeat it though? eLevate is the English-speaking North American team representing everyone out there from the North American cluster. These guys are your guys. Absolutely, represent. I'm not sure I'm hip enough for this, so you do that. You do all that stuff.
I'm totally hip enough.
You're totally hip enough, not me.
I'm sexy.
I'm too much of a nerd. I'm sorry. It doesn't work. But for you guys out there in North America, these guys are the ones to root for. These have been here since 10 a.m. This is their first game.
That's right.
First game since 10 a.m. They are drinking Red Bulls just to stay awake because they came in this morning, had to do all of these sort of interviews and stuff like that. So let's go and meet eLevate because we haven't seen them yet today.
That's right.
When people ask eLevate Black what is our play style, we are 100% aggressive. We always want to push, we always want to take the other team off guard. So our goal for any tournament we play in is nothing short of winning. We may not always achieve our goal, but I don't think we'll ever set a goal that doesn't involve us winning the absolute champion. So for the Grand Finals, we've spent a lot of time watching other regions, and we feel that our video review and our scrimmages have really prepared us for this tournament. We feel very prepared, and we're ready to go. One of our most dangerous rivals is Virtus.Pro. They're a team that we respect gratefully. They're in our pool, and they're the team that we really feel like we need to beat if we're going to advance into the Grand Finals in the elimination stage. So Virtus.Pro is a team we definitely want to beat.
eLevate! eLevate! Yeah! Right. Representing. Now, their words. If they do beat Virtus.Pro, Virtus.Pro go home.
That's it. Yeah.
They, in the group stage for the first time ever in their careers.
That's never happened.
Disband. That's a disband. That's
it. Just go back to selling shoes.
That's it. Oh my God, that'd be really hard. But Virtus.Pro, we've seen them. You know them. Those guys, they're in a shambles. But let's focus on eLevate right now and their battle against Santa Claus and his reindeer. These guys represent. The guy who's talking is called Zoid, and he is a streamer for the North American server. So these guys out there who's fans of North American, they should know him. Their stats not looking so strong, but I was told by Rukil, the other cast from North America, these guys got a lot better in the second half of the season. They struggled, they got their act together and became much stronger in the second half, and then they've dominated everything, and they went and won.
Tonight I've seen teams that had worse stats than that beating teams like Virtus.Pro.
Exactly.
So you can't take anything for granted.
So these guys are now going to try and do what Virtus.Pro couldn't, and then they're going to try and take it to Virtus.Pro as well.
That's right. And that's going to be a match to watch because the loser of that one is going home.
Oh, wow. It's going to be intense. But I can't wait to see how these guys do it. They really are the... what should I say, the flagship of the American region, right? Yeah, because we just saw Roulette. it didn't seem so good for them. So let's get behind eLevate and see if they can elevate themselves above. Yeah,
I see what you did there.
Yeah. All right. So these guys have a mountain to climb. They have the words. They've done the practice. I've talked to this guy. He joined World of Tanks. Zoid, I know him personally. He joined the World of Tanks scene around 2 years ago.
Right.
He used to play a game called Air Mech. It was never really launched. It was an unknown game. He used to do that. He loved it. He was competitive in that. So he's not a stranger to the competitive scene. Sure. It may seem like, eLevate, they've really done that many offline tournaments. They used to be called Burn All Empires, I believe. The same guys. Okay. So this guy may not have been in that many offline tournaments for World of Tanks. Doesn't mean he's not an esports guy. Yeah. So I actually have a lot of faith that these guys might be able to do something.
We shall see. I figured we could play, since we're in the graveyard shift now, it's a nighttime schedule, I figured we could have a drinking game.
Oh.
Every time I look down at the monitor rather than looking at the camera.
take a drink.
All you guys on Twitch have to take a drink, okay? We see how many of you can write off.
If you're underage, if you're underage, water. It would do. Squash.
That's right.
Orangeade.
When the matches are playing, however, well, you won't see me when the matches are playing because the matches will be playing. So that's
you have to look at the monitor.
I have to look at the monitor when the matches are playing. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm talking about, even more than usual.
Okay. I was just told, I think the video is ready, but I'm not sure which video is going to be. I think it's Virtus Pro. Okay, it's going to be Virtus Pro. So you guys are going to see Virtus Pro. We were told you're not going to see Virtus Pro, but actually, let's see what they're all about. Oh, Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa Claus. Virtus Pro in the next round.
Gato.
That's right. It's Santa Claus once again.
It's the graveyard shift. We're meant to make mistakes. Let's meet Santa Claus and his reindeer.
Our team was named Santa Claus and Six Deers because our ex-captain Nick was Santa Claus, and we are the Six Deers. We feel well prepared for this Grand Finals. We've been training hard, and we are ready. If you don't want to be the champion, why are you playing? Most dangerous opponent for us is Natus Windsor, I think. But all teams are dangerous because new format is new for all teams. We have small of LAN experience. We have small of LAN tournament experience, and it's the problem for us. We play team.
Now these guys, men of fewer words, but action speak louder than words.
They've played a very, very good first round.
They have, and so a little bit nervous for eLevate, but we haven't seen eLevate yet. We've not seen what they're capable of, and that is what I'm excited for. I want to see that. But let's have a quick look at the Santa Claus and his reindeers. We Play, I believe, is their official name.
Yeah.
These guys, they look scary.
They look like they mean business, don't they?
They really do. They're not happy. A lot of teams look like they're having fun. These guys, they want to murder someone.
These guys look like they know where all the bodies were buried.
Oh, yeah, they do. It is a graveyard shift. Decent stats, but global ranking 10 is below eLevate.
That's right.
So these guys don't beat Virtus Pro. So.
The interesting thing here is that most, as we saw earlier when they played, most of their victories come from when they're defending. And yet these were the guys that broke the back of the defending team always win streak when they were playing. They won their 2 games on defense, and they won the first 2 games on attack as well.
Okay.
So
we're going to see these guys. Maybe do you think that was a ploy? The all-season thing, like, we're going to deliberately play bad on the attack, and then
totally.
Is that when it comes to offline final, we're just going to reverse all our strategies, and everyone will be confused.
Because that's what professional players do, isn't it? We'll throw a couple of games just to take them off guard.
Mind
That's
games.
right.
Okay, You looked down.
I did. So you've all got to take a drink.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw you.
I did it again. Look, I'm doing it again.
No, you look down to check if you look down.
That's right.
Is that like a repeating
it's
cycle?
It's because I'm really
is that
old. It's,
1,
it's,
2, 3.
It's because I'm really old and stupid.
I wouldn't go that far. Okay, Muravanka is our first map. So let's have a look at Muravanka. If you have forgotten, this map is dangerous. We had the rumble in the Magic Forest earlier.
That's right, yeah.
And, well, we're probably going to see that again. We did see that these guys, was it Arete, didn't cope well with this map.
Not at
so
all.
The super aggressive strategies were just not coping for this map. So it is getting later. Maybe we'll see some more casual play, more artillery, because it did seem to work. So let's go straight into the battle and see how eLevate do it. Representing the North America cluster, we are going to see how well these guys can cope.
In their first match, and here it
the
is.
shots are already firing. They shot into the sky. We have WP.SC6 in the red and the Americans, eLevate, in the blue. The Blues are the assault team and they have bought the artillery. Awesome.
Oh, yes. What is that, an M44 tier 6? Yep, it's an M44 artillery. I've never seen artillery on Muravanka so far today. We've had artillery on steps.
No, we had school bus. School bus did have the artillery. Yes, he
Right.
did. You wasn't there for that
I
match.
wasn't there for that one.
But they did. Both times they attacked, they did have the M41.
Okay, so they're investing heavily into the Magic Forest, which is completely different to when I started playing World of Tanks. It's a much, much more open and dynamic area.
It is very different, isn't it?
The defenders are all going into the forest and they're sending the scouts out. So they've got Bulkin, who's there in the... Is that a 5960?
That's, yeah, it's the gold tank. No, the 5616 or whatever it is.
Yes.
You know, we're not quickie,
That
baby.
one.
That light tank that's tier 6. We both know it.
So they've got a Walker Bulldog, they've got a Sperrpanzer, and the rest are T-54 lightweights. So they're still jockeying for position here. But there's an interesting place to choose to defend from. What looks like well, initially I thought they were putting a reserve into the forest out of sight, and they were leaving the scouts out near the cap to detect where eLevate were coming from. But they're actually being a bit more aggressive than that.
Well,
they're using the cover from the town in the centre of the map rather than actually hanging back all the way in the forest.
it's really nice that they're not just sitting back. They are taking the map away from eLevate. It means eLevate has to do something a bit different.
Yeah.
They have to. They're a bit cornered now. They don't have many options because of what the Santa Claus guys are doing.
They now control 75% of the map. So, now I notice somebody's got a heavy tank.
You notice that someone's got a heavy tank.
Someone's
yes,
in a T-32.
G-Forcer in the T-32.
Wow. Okay.
I reckon he'll have the smaller gun too. I reckon he hasn't taken the bigger cannon.
Do you reckon
I haven't
he's got
seen.
the 90 mil? Let's have a
I
look.
really think he must do. I feel like he's there to absorb the shots and do the DPM. And the gun, the 90 mil is better at taking out these WZs.
Because you don't need 320 alpha damage to D-track a T-54 lightweight, do you?
Right, so the base capture is going. That's what their strategy is. It's a quick cap, maybe. They're going to go into the southern base, and we have WePlay coming round the rear. So they don't have much time to react to this. The clock is going all over the place, but I believe it's oh, they're not actually capping. They're like leaving the cap zone, and they're just baiting.
Teasing them, aren't they?
I think they are.
But this is a bold defensive strategy. Look
Oh
at how...
no, in the side. It's only 266 though. That was a great shot from Just Creative, but it didn't actually pay off all that much. Zone Delta taking a lot of shots, bouncing one off his rear. Static down to 50% HP, down to one more shot. He might get out of this battle, but no, he's okay. 5 shots remaining on the AMX 1390. He needs to get those shots off before he goes down, but he's still not fired those shots, and he's down to a third of his HP. G-Force needs to get in the battle. Just Creative is getting focus, but Serenity goes down 1,002. Oh, he went down without doing anything. This is not good for eLevate.
eLevate are just getting schooled here. They've got less than half of the health remaining of Santa Claus and the Reindeers.
This is not good
T49
for
needs to
them.
start doing some equalising. Oh, there's only 3 of them left. One of them's artillery.
The artily is not going to do enough.
This is it.
Oh, a bounce against G-Forcer, but it's not enough.
They're done.
That was a great engagement there from WePlay.
That
the
was
M44.
a very, very bold defensive strategy from WePlay.
It was very nice. They enveloped them, came around the back, and they did it very calm, very collect, and eLevate didn't do anything particularly wrong.
No, they didn't. But this is what we saw when Roulette was playing as well. Roulette didn't really play badly. They didn't do much wrong. They just weren't as good.
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know, that's the way it is. I hope it's not going to be the same here. I'd like to stay casting for longer. I don't want this to be another 5-0 win.
Well,
I want my airtime, damn it.
we do have a battle after this, but
Okay.
But yes, I agree. I do want eLevate to be taken out 5-0 as well, because when they play the next battle against Virtus.Pro, they need to have some sort of confidence.
Exactly.
They
you don't want to lose 5-0 and have to go up against Virtus.Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a real no.
Yeah.
I don't hate anybody enough to wish that on them.
Muravanka's a very hard map, though.
Yeah.
For me, it's the hardest map. If I get that rolled when I'm playing random battles, even then, I'm like, it's my weakest map, I think. I really do.
I don't dislike Muravanka. It's definitely better than it was. But it's a tough map. I don't think I've really played enough on Muravanka. I tend to go into the, where the Magic Forest used to be, because it's just safer ground. There's so much more cover and terrain that you can use.
Do you know what I do? I'm rubbish. It works 1 in a million, but when it does work, it's fun.
Yeah.
I go down the east side of the hills on the west. So the wrong side. And between the buildings and that. And if you go there and there is no one there, you get to go straight to where their TDs are and artillery and just rip them up. If I'm in a medium tank, it's really good.
However, Cobber,
it doesn't work always. Or very often, in fact. Because if anyone sees you, everywhere can shoot you, and you die. So I wouldn't advise doing it, but I'm really bad at Muravanka. I did say that.
I'm not too bad at Muravanka. But
if there's no artillery, if I'm like the IS-3 or something, there's no artillery, I do just go to the west and play on that corner in the mid-ground.
I find the western end
like
is more players that need to know what they're doing kind of end of the map.
Oh, okay.
Because you've got lots and lots of opportunity to pop up and take shots, but there is concealment there, but you've got to be mobile to take advantage of the concealment there.
And you've got to be really good with your angling on hills. It's very bumpy. You've got some of these weird angles. When I watch the really good players like Quickie, you see him and he's using the hill perfectly, and he gets these shots off. When I'm in that position, my gun doesn't go down enough. I don't know how it does.
You see him doing it in the Comet as well, the way he angles and fires down over the side of the tank at just the right angle to get the maximum gun depression, while exposing nothing more than maybe the front drive wheel of his tank. And his turret.
I wish I could do that, but yeah.
Unfortunately, I suck. So,
yeah.
That's why I go to the forest, because the forest, particularly if you're in a heavy tank, there's just more space and concealment in a heavy.
And these days, you can go really far to the edge, to the east, and you've got quite a bit of low ground too, and it's quite safe. It's much easier to play that side.
You've got the depressions in the 4 different corners of the map as well, which is very, very nice for artillery.
Yes.
Damn them all.
Damn them!
But you always know if you manage to get in there in a light tank, you're going to find some artillery.
Yes, it's one of those. It's the map that I said I don't dislike, but it's very hard, and I find that we can't be the only one. You guys at home, do you struggle with the Muravanka? I don't know. Let's go into battle number 2 though, and see if eLevate can make it 1-1.
Come on, eLevate.
Right. What difference do they have in their lineup? They seem to have changed their tier 7s totally.
I'm not seeing any T32s.
Yeah, they've changed. They got rid of their heavy tank.
Yep. Just not flexible enough.
Yeah, so they've gone for 4 lightweights as well, but they've stayed their lineup. Okay, so WePlay stayed what they're doing, but we've seen some changes in eLevate.
I'm not seeing any artillery either.
No, they got rid of the artillery too. Yeah, they've changed the heavy tank, and it's changed now with 2
pair of
tier
Walker
7s.
Bulldogs instead.
Right.
And they're going with the traditional Wargaming League Grand Final lineup of T54 lightweights, maybe an RU-251 Schwerpanzer, and a couple of Walker Bulldogs.
But now we see them taking opposite sides of the map. This is really interesting, because I guess WePlay decided, well, they're going to come from the other side this time.
Yeah.
And no, so they've changed.
Well, but in the last match, it's pretty much exactly the opposite. WePlay went into the forest and laid up there, leaving scouts to keep an eye.
I love
on
this
the
formation
points.
from WePlay though. It's really good ability. These 2 guys who's in F3, they can just drive a little bit forward up, and they got all the cover of the hill.
Right.
And it seems like eLevate have realised this, that if they all come from this direction, it's just not going to work.
Bulkin spotted them though.
Yeah, 2 of
them. And now
them.
they're starting to take shots. And of course, all they know is that they've been spotted.
Yeah,
Vulcan has not been spotted. He's sitting there in that 59-16.
That's why you take a 59-16 on this map. There's that one area that can light up anything coming, and he's not spotted. There's a couple of bushes he can be in too, so the blind shots won't necessarily hit him.
And look at how... Look, they're just missing him as they're firing past him in those T-54s.
No one is hit. No shots have connected. These teams are nervous. They do not want to connect with each other.
Nobody wants to be the one to make the first mistake.
No.
Bulkin's just sitting there. He hasn't fired a shot. He's not stupid. Oh, no, I thought, no, that's not a hit.
There he is. There's the first blood. It's dribbling from the T54. Stayek, he gets hit just a little bit. They're still not critical. It's not the end of the world.
It'll polish out. It'll be fine.
Yeah, buff it out.
Yeah,
just
that's
buff it out. Yeah.
All right, looks like they've decided no. And now this is interesting because they've
been
I'm not sure
spotted
if they
on the
realise just where the bulk of that firepower was coming from. Because it was coming from the position that they're about to try to flank around and run into.
But they were spotted on the retreat, so now WePlay know exactly what they're doing. So unless it's a double bluff where they're going to go north and then turn around again.
They're coming through the town. They've got 3 T-54 lightweights going through the town. The rest are all skirting further north. So it'll be interesting to see if the guys further north get spotted. Let's keep an eye on that and see what happens. So G-Force, Garmin, and Serenity 17 are all heading north. None of them have been spotted yet. So they're making good use of the cover in the town.
They are. Okay, so they've not been spotted yet, and it looks like WePlay are preparing for them to come from the north. But look at the time, at 4 minutes left. They're running out of time. They've got to make a commit soon.
eLevate are going to have to, well, exactly, commit. Okay, the guys in the centre of town are now holding position while the guys that went up north, and they're shooting at something.
I think he's seeing if he gets spotted. He's firing, saying like, "Will I get spotted?" That's actually good information. Are they closing in?
Yeah.
So, wait a minute, though, a shot does get in against Nicholas.
And now Serenity 17 and G-Force have been spotted, so they've seen eLevate coming around from the north, but they still haven't seen the guys in the centre of the town.
But now they've evened up the damage, one shot apiece. Both teams have been shot once, exactly once.
But now there's only 3.5 minutes left.
Well,
so
eLevate just has to commit.
Somebody's going to have to make a mistake, and it's going to have, eLevate, you've got to make a move.
They do. They're on the attack. Remember, they have to defend after this, but maybe they're just trying to figure out WePlay. Maybe they're trying to figure out their positions. They only need 2.5 minutes really to commit to a full fight. It doesn't last that long.
They've still got 30 seconds or so to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to do it.
But they've totally split up. So WePlay and WePlay aren't just pushing out. So this is going to be a complete surround from eLevate. I like it.
But the
I'm not sure if it's going to work.
They need to time it perfectly.
Yes, they do.
The guys in the middle are making a move, but the guys over on the east are... Oh, they're all joining up together.
But G-Force just caught out, took one more hit and another hit. If he gets hit again, it might be bad, but they are committing. This is the battle you've been waiting for. eLevate have to do this. Zone down to take shot. G-Force is down to one hit. He's got to get behind his teammates before he gets focused out, before doing any damage at all. And
here it comes.
Here comes the damage spreading around, but they are surrounded. 1,000 damage to the T54.
There's the T49.
What a shot from the T49.
That's why you put a T49 in.
Oh my
just in case the enemy use Walker Bulldogs.
Right. Click. There he is. Boom. Who let the dogs out? I don't know how many catchphrases I can hit off.
I'm just looking at the health numbers at the top of the screen.
It's gone. It's gone. eLevate have been destroyed.
They have just... So they've lost both of their attacks.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. That's another 1,000 damage. You just see that shot coming off to the left. This is crazy, but that was good focus fire on this RU. He didn't die, but still a little bit of damage back out. eLevate not so good on attacking. But remember, Arete the same.
Yes.
Arete was the same. They didn't do well on Muravanka, but they came right back and it became 4-all. It went to the decider.
The only problem here is that aren't WePlay significantly better on defense than they are on attack?
Good point.
And now they're defending.
But we did say that they've reversed this strategy. It was a strategy. It was mind games. All right? They're actually better on attack. It was just mind games for the whole season. Right? We've decided that. We've decided that's exactly what it is. All right? So it's still in it, right? eLevate have shown that Muravanka is a very difficult map. We knew it was a very difficult map, and they've proven it is a very difficult map. Interesting, unique tactics from the North American cluster, as always. They always come with something slightly different.
Yeah. Oh, it nearly fell over there. Went back. Yeah.
Luckily, that board, would that take your hit? I think it would take your weight.
I'm sure it would take the hit
I'll
for
grab
me.
You. I'll grab you.
I don't know if you could take my weight.
Actually. But still, at least you're wearing trousers, unlike Quickie.
Unlike Quickie Baby. Quickie Baby was naked from the waist down, by the way. True
Absolutely.
Story. Yeah.
Although he had his shoes on. For whatever reason. I don't
Slippers.
know why. Yeah, slippers.
Yeah.
It was fans coming over and he was like, just give me a minute before I can stand up. That's the way it was.
I prefer to be photographed sitting down.
These are the results from the day. We did see Hellraisers 5, Arete 4, Virtus Pro got 3, surprisingly against WePlay, who got 5. And we're now seeing another match from that. eLevate are currently down 2-0, but as we said at the beginning of the stream, I don't think you were on, we said that you should think of this like tennis, right? That was the serve for WePlay. They were defending, so that was their serve on this map. So now it's in eLevate's court. They're now the serving, and if they lose these 2 games, then they're in trouble.
Then they're in serious trouble,
But
because then they have to win the next 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they win these, then everything's okay. It's like, relax, everything's fine. We don't have to panic yet. If they lose the next game, then panic.
Yeah, then things are starting to get a bit sticky.
Yeah, you have to know where your town is, because it's going to get really bad really quick. Right. We are in a short delay as they switch sides. They have to set up their different teams, have to pick.
So how's that drinking game going, guys?
How are you guys? Because he keeps looking down. So you guys must be paralytic. We do have many stories, or we're going to create stories. We actually have a closed party, I believe, tomorrow night. But we were thinking about going for dinner tonight when we're not decided about what we're doing. So if any of you are in Warsaw, look around the pubs in the centre of town. You might see us.
Yeah, don't go too far from the Marriott. We're probably looking Hard Rock
Yeah.
Cafe, Champion Sports Bar, maybe something like that.
That sort of thing, yeah. You never know. But the next battle is going to be starting. eLevate have to win this. They're defending now, and I really do want. It may sound like we're a bit biased, but we just want to see the North Americans put something on the table. At least one of their teams. These guys are a wild card. We play are a wild card, but eLevate earned their position. So
That's right.
let's see. Can eLevate do it? On the defense, it's currently 0-2. Can the Americans do it? Give it up for eLevate as they come in with a unique strategy with the T. Right, so the 12 ton. Okay, the AMX 12 ton. That's going to try and replicate what we saw beforehand. Probably sit in that position to stay stealthy. But it's not got as good camera values, I believe, as the 5916.
It looks like they brought the T-32 back out. Now that they're attacking, that's an unusual choice.
I would ask you, but do you know? Does the 12 ton have the same camera as the 5916? I think it doesn't. I think it's worse slightly.
I think you're probably right, but I couldn't swear to it. But I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. It's all down to positioning.
Oh, no, that's some early damage. Beowulf goes down to half HP. Nice shots from eLevate. That was good reactions. I thought they were in trouble. They got shot on the way over, but what's going on? Zone Delta, what's he up to? He's going forward, and he's like, I'll take you all on. I'm American. I'm going to do it. But the damage is going across the whole map from every direction. And honestly, it looks like eLevate's taking the advantage in HP, and I don't know how they're doing it. I mean, Zed Gaming, or Garmin, sorry, at the bottom there, great position, really far on the wide, and he's got some good shots in, I think. He's actually on the reload, yeah, he did get some good shots in, but he revealed himself, and now he's on reload, and Bolkin in the T-37's going to ram him. Oh, no, he's not. He's just going to do the DPM.
He wasn't actually, look, he didn't realise he was there until he ran right into it.
But Zay Garmin has reloaded. Can he dodge one shot to get the damage off? He has to dodge it. He's not. Bolkin takes him out. That's the first casualty. Not good for eLevate, but they still have the HP advantage. Someone now has to cover for him. It's not looking good. The T-54 has gone down to like 1 HP. What is it? He's dead. It's too late. I can't look at the HP. He is gone.
So they've lost the scout on the flank now. So we play can envelop that flank now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Zed Garmin shouldn't
Bolkin's
have
gone.
fired.
Bolkin's gone. There are no longer any scouts down in the southeastern end of the map.
But Zone Delta is surrounded. Good bounce from Serenity as it flies into the sky. But third casualty, there for eLevate. They are still ahead in HP though, so can they use it? But they need to knock out a couple of guns. This is it. This is the decider moment right now as Coastside goes down to 1 HP. Can he get him?
Kill him. Look at
Nicholas
that teammate
is
protecting him.
Trying to block. Can he succeed? Yes, he is.
He's done it.
What a play by Nicholas. Fantastic. It looks like eLevate getting outplayed here.
What a teammate.
That was beautiful. Oh, I wish someone did that for me in randoms. Oh, that was such a good play. And Serenity's the last man down. eLevate goes down to 3-0. Not what we wanted to see, but Arete was in the exact same position. It's not over.
No.
It's not over.
Well, they need to step the game up now, but
They do.
again, they didn't really do anything wrong, but it was just superior teamwork.
It was just that was great play, individual, the focus fire, the helping each other out, all this sort of stuff was just a little bit better on WePlay, and I didn't see any critical mistakes happening. I mean, a little bit aggression, I think, from the North American players, like step up, man up. He's like, they go to them, it's like, come on, come at me, bro, come at me. That's how I got the feeling from the North American players. It was like, I don't care how many you are, I'm going to take you on.
It was that one moment though where they saw the weakness and they went around the corner to nail that one T-54 lightweight, and his teammate threw himself in front of him. Just keep the gun in the game. Keep the gun in the game. delayed him long enough for a third one to come around.
Do you
and
know
just seal the
exactly
fate.
what that does? It does two things, right? When you block like that, I'll explain it in depth. When you have that much HP and a teammate's blocking, the person who's attacking you has two options. One, fire at the guy who's got max HP and do damage, or hold the shield as long as you can to try and kill the guy on low HP.
And you're doing no damage.
But while you're holding your shot, you're doing no DPM at all. They basically removed your gun from the game.
Exactly. And the guy who's doing the shielding, he's not holding fire.
Yeah, and if you do fire, the guy who's on low HP is now safe to come out and shoot you.
And shoot you, yeah.
So you lose if you do, you lose if you don't.
Exactly.
It's a really bad situation.
But it was some great team play. Great
yeah.
team play on behalf of WePlay there. Very, very, very good.
Well, WePlay doing a fantastic job, but eLevate aren't playing badly. This is close. We did see Arete losing much worse. It was like clear-cut. Arete was just losing. At least eLevate looked like they're in it for half the battle, and then it sways at one point. Like one good move from WePlay, like pendulum swings it the other way.
As I was saying quickly, baby, earlier, when things start going wrong, they go wrong so quickly. And
really
that's where you tell the difference between the good players and the great players, being able to react to that.
Yeah.
And adapt to it. And the guys that react to it and adapt to it best, they win.
That's it. The guys
And
who
that's
are
just
going
what
to
we're
win.
seeing.
I mean, and this is the other thing we keep saying. Like the difference between these guys, they if you beat someone, doesn't make them bad.
No, exactly.
A great player will be a good player. It doesn't make the good player bad. It just makes him worse than the other guy.
Yeah. On
that
the
doesn't
day.
necessarily on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't necessarily make them bad. Sometimes it looks really bad, like when you lose 5-0, it looks like you are bad.
Yeah.
But you're not necessarily bad, just worse.
It's like when I was in the Navy, and I
in
was
the
in
Navy.
Plymouth, the All Blacks, the New Zealand rugby team, came to Plymouth to play a match. And I was in a karaoke bar, and a bunch of the All Blacks came in. Now, when you are watching rugby on TV, and you see the All Blacks and the Lions all on a pitch, they're big men, but you don't know how big they are because they're big men on a field full of other big men.
Yeah.
These guys are giants.
And that way.
You know, and that's what it's like here. Just because they're getting beaten doesn't mean they're bad players. They're very, very good players. Just on the day, they're not as good as the opponents.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain it. Simple as that. Comparing to giants to other giants make them look small.
Yeah.
But then comparing to a normal person, you see how much of a difference
exactly.
it actually is. Wow, you like rugby then?
No.
All right, let's see if eLevate can hold it together. They need this one victory. I really don't think they can survive if they go 4-0 down.
I want to see them win one. I want to see them win more than one. I want to see them give WePlay a really good fight. I mean, they've been giving them good fights, but it's not quite good enough. So any changes? Looks like they've ditched the T32 again.
Oh, they've gone with the 56-16. They really are adapting, and this kind of gives me the impression that they are behind. Like they're mentally. Oh!
Look at that!
Oh, 800 damage straight in the side. That's a massive advantage from eLevate. But there's the return damage is coming straight
They've
back.
just evened it up.
These teams are so even. Zone Delta has Amarak damage. Will he repair that? I'm not sure.
Got to repair it, surely.
Yeah,
in a
there it goes. It is
T49, you
replied.
can't have a damaged Amarak in a T49.
Well, he's just repaired it. That means his repair kit is already gone, so you should keep an eye on that. But look at the damage. Colsoy's got actually killed Gunner, and he's not healed him. He might not have a med pack.
He might not. Perhaps he's... I don't know, you tend to find that a lot of people will skip the fire extinguisher to take a premium consumable instead. And there's the 59-16. And that's probably one of the only tanks on the enemy team that he can reliably kill. The T-37, so right place, right time. Zed Garmin, killing Bulkin.
Nice shot, Beowulf down one more shot.
He's gone.
Yes, there he goes.
But
So
look at the return fire.
Again, it seems like every time they get an advantage, WePlay completely nullify that advantage. They're doing such a good job at that. It's surprising, but static goes down. That's not a good thing for eLevate, and it looks like this is where the pendulum swing happens again. Nicholas might be able to be zoned out by Zed Garmin and
got to
Serenity,
take Nicholas down.
but they're taking too much HP damage.
They've got a gun advantage. This is really weird because, well, WePlay have got the health advantage. eLevate have the gun advantage.
They do.
They're losing the gun advantage.
445 HP damage, but just great if it's now on reload for a long time. This might be the last chance for eLevate. This might be it. They've got a huge HP difference they have to make up. It's a big... Just Creative's almost reloaded now. This is going to be... Oh my word, this is hard. They're all low HP, but they could do it. They could do it. I'm not ruling this out.
This is the best chance they've had yet.
Yeah, definitely at this point. But here comes the full HP tanks. They come around the corner. Has to take great focus fire to get this done. They might do it. The first shot goes off with no return damage. There goes the hits, but there was a lot of damage dealt. It wasn't for nothing. That's a really good play here.
Yeah,
and they come round. Andre can take a shot.
If
That's why he's
takes the first hit, and it's bounced.
It bounced. That's exactly what they need. Just Crater goes on the top. Doesn't kill him. Doesn't kill him. And ram kill. Ram kill. Serenity.
They took each other out.
They did. But Serenity and G-Forcer could still do this. No. No, he came around too quick.
Now
Serenity misses his shot.
And Serenity
goes from the
is
back.
gone.
4-0. eLevate. Disaster for North America.
That was eLevate's best game of the night.
Oh, jeez. That was so close. Yeah, right. eLevate, guys, that was so good.
So close, guys. So close.
So close, yet no cigar.
No.
It's a new YouTube series.
That's right. But it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Yeah, they do have enough chance.
Or in my case, the fat bearded lady.
It may be just Muravanka, you know? It could just be Muravanka. They're not so good on it. We might see a massive swing on the next map.
Let's hope.
And let's hope for their sake. And everyone at home, North American fans out there, we feel for you. We do. We feel. It must be hard at home right now watching all the North American teams fall apart. But eLevate, they put up a great show. It just statistically looks bad. If you look at the results at the end of the day, you see like 5-0, 5-0, or 5-1, was it for
5-1. I can't remember.
I can't remember. I was watching backstage. And it looks bad, but every game was reasonably close. It could have swung at several moments. It wasn't a bad performance. I feel that the stats alone are going to make them look worse than they were.
Yeah. That last game was great. It's one of the best matches I've seen so far today.
Yeah.
But eLevate so near, but so far.
Yeah. Right, next map is Steps. It's also an open map. And I want to quickly check the statistics for the North American server. Are they, generally speaking, playing on these Steps is North American 62 maps is incredibly popular in North America. So let's have a look at Steps and remind you of it. But this is what are you laughing at?
I've just been looking at chat.
Oh, what do they say?
For God's sake, Jingles, stop looking down.
How drunk are people at home? How badly is this going wrong for everyone at home as well? Okay, well, we can see the two caps, and we have seen this map several times today. If you are new to us, there are loads of options for people to do, but there's two main options. Go right or go left. Yeah. There's different ways you have to play it, but that's the two basic options. It's very similar, actually, to the random games. Actually, it's very similar. Like, you go left or you go right in a very, very similar fashion. The battles take place, the skirmishes take place in very similar locations, either in the east side, where all the hills are, or on the west side. Well, actually, the west side is normally a bit further north. Yeah. It's normally they're defending the rail line and stuff like that.
I've seen a couple of guys make extensive use of that shallow road running down the middle of the map so far tonight, which was very unexpected, but they use it to get around undetected so they can flank the guys, particularly the guys that are heading up the one line on the north-south route on the west end, and try and get around behind them.
Oh, really?
So the defenders can pin them in place from that ridge line, and then sneak some tanks around behind them and try to do a bit of opportunity fire.
That's good. Has it worked out for them?
It hasn't worked 100%. They've managed to...
Good idea.
Yeah, it's never been the defining factor of the game, but I've seen a couple of teams do some good damage that way and throw the opposite team on the back foot.
Up, ice, up.
There we go.
He didn't make that mistake, I promise.
Tell you what I should do. I should just paint some eyeballs onto my... and then go to sleep.
And they would not notice.
That's right.
Okay, let's go into this game. It's eLevate's last chance. If they lose this game, that's it. They have to play Virtus.Pro for their decider. But if they win this and come back, then they've got everything to play for. Let's hope for the best. They've been playing really well, but the best team must win. And we are on the aggression, eLevate on the defense.
Looks like eLevate got the same lineup as in the last match. One RU-251, a pair of Walker Bulldogs, and the rest T-54 lightweights. Anything unusual over on WePlay? Looks like the same.
That's a nice camera angle. I'm impressed with the cameraman. That was really cool as they're charging towards the camera. I don't think I've seen that before. Yet nothing unusual. These lineups are pretty standard, I feel.
Oh, they have an artillery? No, it's not. I saw an M41 and I thought it was M44 artillery. It's the Walker Bulldog. Jingles, you know nothing.
I'm not going to say anything. But damage is going out now. We have seen exchange shots on both sides. But again, every time it seems like there's an advantage,
Static is not looking good. Are they going to get him? They're going to get him. They're going to get him.
no!
Oh, he made
no,
it out.
He gets it to cover. We
made
saved
it.
his gun.
On
but
30 health.
Look at the HP again. Oh, Werewolf goes down. What a shot. Look how far. How did they get?
What
Oh, Entai. Entai at the back. He came round the back with the RU and caught him out. What a play here. It looks like eLevate's got an actual advantage. Not really in HP, but in guns. A solid HP advantage. Gun advantage.
Yeah.
Now, every time they've done this so far, WePlay has answered back immediately. So let's see if this happens. GeForce, what are you doing? What's you doing?
Oh,
my
look
God.
at this.
But they all miss. He takes 1 damage. He goes for this is a mistake. And look at this blocking. Look at this
once
blocking.
again,
Once again,
teammates looking after each other.
Are looking after each other. He
GeForce
goes
is
down.
down.
But in the meantime,
But
they're
they've
not
got
wasting any time and coming on the other front.
And they've got creative. So GeForce threw his tank away as a distraction.
Is
and
it worth
did
it, though?
some damage.
I think the phrase I have to say is at what cost?
Yeah.
Because it's 3,000 HP versus 4,000 HP now, and the gun advantage is being nullified. Zed Gammon is lower tier, and so is Balkan, although it's a tier 7. Amarak damage.
Serenity's just gone.
And Serenity's down. This is looking bad for eLevate as they still 1,000 points behind, but they're not out of it yet.
Garmin's gone.
Action is all over it. Static has just gone down. He went down to 1 HP the entire time. eLevate are on the ropes, but there are some low HP tags. It's going to be another round
it's
kill.
another round.
No, failed, and there's another kill there for eLevate. 600 HP versus 1,600. Ram shot. That was a bayonet charge. Sticking the knife.
Again.
But Zone Delta on his own. This is the end for eLevate.
So
5-0. You said no more 5-0s. I have to give you the bad news. It was 5-0 again. I'm sorry.
But it was so close. eLevate put
sorry.
up one heck of a fight.
They did.
That was a great game.
That was good. It was good, but eLevate just dropped shot on every battle. The first 2 attacks, I must admit, wasn't so close.
No.
But from that point onwards, they got their act together, and they were just 10%
wouldn't give
below.
up.
10% below. It wasn't far. It really wasn't far.
They didn't give up. They dug in. They kept trying to change their tactics. They kept trying to put WePlay on the back foot, but WePlay just reacted better to the change in circumstances.
If you care about eLevate, watch their game against Virtus.pro later on today. It's their last chance.
That's right.
I want to see them tomorrow. They seem to put up a good fight and unusual strategies. I'd love to see what the analyst desk tomorrow has to say about their unique take on tanks. I know that Joshua Gray, the host of the analyst desk, will be very much in favour of North American teams. He's not even ashamed to say he's biased. T32 no cons, I think, is his catchphrase.
Coming from LA as he does.
That's right, yeah. He's not ashamed to be a bit biased, and I'm sure Rookhill and the other commentator wouldn't mind to commentate on some North American games.
Yeah, that'd be good.
If we lose Roulette and we lose eLevate, that is no North American representation tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow.
That is it. They're all gone.
Damn.
Yeah. They put on the American
Damn,
accent.
son.
Damn, son. That's a bad thing. That's Southern drawl.
That's right.
Nagtron will kick me for that.
I love that accent.
Oh dear. So, hope you guys enjoyed those battles. It's been a hell of a ride. eLevate did a great job. We're watching your chat and seeing how you're reacting to this. It looks like you're having some good fun.
I just poured another drink.
How many beers have you gone through? Is that whiskey bottle gone from here to here? That's what I want to know. It's gone. Water bottle for those at home who are being sensible, because we shouldn't encourage that behaviour, I must say. We shouldn't encourage that behaviour. Drink sensibly, drink responsibly, and always carry a big gun. That's how the phrase goes.
That was President Roosevelt, wasn't it? Drink responsibly and carry a big gun. Yeah,
I think that's how it goes. That's it. I think that's all we can say. Now, you didn't actually get... We've got a story to tell, don't we, about yesterday? Have you talked about this yet?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay, let's talk about this. Yesterday, we were meant to have rehearsals and find out exactly what we're meant to be doing. And we all thought the Jingles had gone to mingle with his fans in Poland at the latest the local museums you want to visit, right?
That's right, yeah.
But Jingles, where were you?
In my hotel room.
How long?
All day.
All day?
Yes.
Can you tell the audience at home why you're in your hotel room all day?
Well, apparently British phones don't work in Poland.
No, your British phone.
My British phone doesn't work in
Quickie
Poland.
Babies does. Mine does.
Because you have to do things like activate international call roaming.
Well, your phone is like a couple of million years old or something. Isn't
It's
it?
actually a very, very new phone.
Oh, is it?
It's a Chinese phone, actually. So,
Well, that's maybe why it doesn't work.
well, no. There are two Chinese teams here today.
No. I mean, because it's. You said it was a British phone.
Well, it was a British SIM card.
Oh, you're talking about the SIM card.
Yes.
I was saying
My-
maybe because
my
it's
phone.
imported, it's
That's
wrongly
right.
configured. That's what I meant.
The
Not that it's
phone's-
badly made.
The phone's great, actually.
What are you insinuating about me?
Seriously, I've had this phone 3 months and I've only had to charge it once, right?
Oh, wow.
That's why I got this phone. But anyway, I
let's
think we
have a
have
look
to move
at
on.
the Group D results. We have everything's happened so far. As we've been talking about it, Virtus.pro lost the game. So did eLevate, but that 5-0 victory looks so harsh on that screen. It doesn't represent what actually happened. Now eLevate has to have their final fight against Virtus.pro. Well, it might be their final fight too.
It
You
could be,
never
exactly.
know who will be going out. Now, our next battle actually on this stream will be roulette. Yeah, it's roulette again versus Yato.
Ooh,
So
I
roulette
haven't seen
versus
Yato
Yato. So it may not be all over. We're there counting roulette out, but they're versing a team that we have no information
Exactly,
about.
yeah.
That may or may not be amazing or may not work.
And
we don't
Roulette
know.
did not play badly. They just
There you go.
got beaten by a better team.
They just
Roulette
got beaten.
did play quite well. So this could be their ticket into the next round.
Can you come up with like a slogan that Roulette needs to say to themselves, something they need to win this next battle against their China, apart from maybe get a better SIM card or
Crush your enemies, drive them before you,
crush the
and hear the
enemies.
lamentation of their repair crews.
Actually, I was talking to a couple of those guys. 4 of the guys are North American. They are Russian descent, but
Yes.
they are actual North Americans. But 3 of them are from Russia. Like,
Right.
actually do not hold an American passport. So they are like a half and half hybrid team.
It's the league they play
Hybrid.
in rather than where
Yes,
they're from.
exactly. Well, no, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of
Yes.
both. They're flying the flag of North America. They're not. I wanted to prove it to everyone else. Like a lot of people saying, like, "Oh, they're RU." They're Russian. They're not Russian. They are Russian American. If you
Yes.
want to call African Americans, they're still American, aren't they?
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
So these guys are Russian American. At least half of them. So more of the team is American than not. So
Yeah.
if you are disappointed,
And they all play in the North American League
Yeah.
on the North American server. So that's why they're here, representing
So-
North America.
get behind them. Don't be scared to say they're American, because they are. They're as American as everyone else who fought to live over there in the States. And I am not American, but I believe that is the whole point of being an American, fighting for your rights. Is that not right?
America!
Right, so we have the next battle at 20:45, which is in Central European time, I believe. But
be
it
earlier.
may be a little bit earlier. Just keep an eye on the stream timer. Don't go too far. I think we just need to have a little bit of water and a little bit of stretch on our legs. This is the evening stream.
That's right. I
Refill
do
your
have significantly more lower glacis armor to carry around than young Luke here, so I need to exercise more regularly.
refill
than him.
your pipes.
That's right.
Go walk your dog.
That's right.
Come back, and I want some crumpets.
Crumpets.
I just feel like some. I don't know why. It just came to mind. I want some
You
crumpets.
strange boy.
I want a plate of crumpets and a cup of tea.
I could go for a cup of tea.
Crumpets and a cup of tea. So don't go anywhere. We're going to go for crumpets and a cup of tea. See you soon.